Hello, welcome to our channel Skillzenith Consulting. Today, let us learn about Karnataka State Board Class 10th Social Science History Lesson number 1 Advent of Europeans in India Part 2 Carnatic Wars. Before going to the Carnatic Wars is an important event in history because this led to the conflict between the French and the English for the establishment of their power in an important region in the southeastern part of India. Hyderabad kingdom was established in 1724 by Asaf Jah. His feudatory Dostali, who was ruling Carnatic region, was not loyal to him. Feudatory Dostali, feudatory means he was under the king. He was a feudal lord looking after some of the parts of the king. So he was ruling the Carnatic region. He was not loyal to him. Andre avನಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ನಿಷ್ಠೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. He was not honest to the king. The Marathas killed Dostali in 1740 and looted Carnatic and imprisoned his son-in-law Chandasaheb in Satara. So Marathas, what they did? They killed Dostali in the year 1740 and looted, took all the wealth in Carnatic and imprisoned his son-in-law Chandsaheb in a place called Satara. Asaf Jah named Anwaruddin as the Nawab of Carnatic in the place of Dostali. Now in the place of Dostali, Asaf Jah became the Nawab of Carnatic. Now let us learn about first Carnatic War which took place between 1746 to 48. On the request of Dupleix, La Bourdonnais, a French military leader from Mauritius, invaded Madras and captured it. So Dupleix requested La Bourdonnais, a French military leader from Mauritius, to invade Madras and captured it. Mauritius is a small place to the south of the African continent. This forced the helpless British to request the help of Anwaruddin, the Nawab of Carnatic. So, British are now requesting the help of Anwaruddin. The army sent by Anwaruddin failed to defeat the French at Madras because French were very powerful at Madras. Finally, La Bourdonnais took money from the English and gave back Madras and went back to Mauritius. Mauritius is a small place which is to the south of the African continent. This enraged Dupleix and attempted to take Madras but failed. Enraged means kopavantu. He was very angry with this and he tried to take Madras but he was not successful. He failed. Finally, the war ended with the treaty in Europe between France and England called the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle. So, now let us have some information. The Nizam of Hyderabad, Asaf Jah, died in the year 1748. A tussle started between his son Nasir Jung and his daughter's son Muzaffar Jung for the throne. Tussle means conflict athwa jagada. The Nizam of Hyderabad, Asaf Jah, died. So, a conflict or a fight started between his son Nasir Jung and his daughter's son Muzaffar Jung. Andre avana maga, andre Asaf Jah maganguve, matte magada maganguve, there was a conflict for the throne. On the other hand, a fight had broken out between Chandasaheb, who was released from the Maratha person, and Anwaruddin in Carnatic. And again in Carnatic, there was conflict between the Chandsaheb, who was released from the Maratha prison, and Anwaruddin. So, Anwaruddin and Chandsaheb are fighting in Carnatic. And in Hyderabad, a conflict started between the Nasir Jung and the Muzaffar Jung. The French extended their support to Muzaffar Jung in Hyderabad and Chandasaheb in Carnatic. Now, these three joined together. French gave their support to Muzaffar Jung in Hyderabad and Chandasaheb in Carnatic. The English extended their support to Nasir Jung and Anwaruddin. Now, two parties are there. On the French side, there are Muzaffar Jung and Chandasaheb. On the English side, there are Nasir Jung and Anwaruddin. In 1749, the combined forces of French, that is Chandasaheb and Muzaffar Jung, defeated Anwaruddin and killed him in the Battle of Ambur. As a result, Chandasaheb became the ruler of Carnatic. Now, Chandasaheb became the ruler of Carnatic. Muhammad Ali, son of Anwaruddin, stayed at Tiruchinappalli with the help of the English. So, Anwaruddin he took shelter in Tiruchanappalli with the help of the English. In Hyderabad, Muzaffar Jung became the Nizam by killing Nasir Jung with the help of French and Chandasaheb. See what happened in Hyderabad? Again there was conflict. Muzaffar Jung became the Nizam. He killed Nasir Jung by taking the help of French and Chandasaheb. He was killed after a few days. The French made SYLLABUS Jung, another son of Asaf Jah, as the Nizam of Hyderabad. So finally, SYLLABUS Jung, the son of Asaf Jah, another son of Asaf Jah, became the Nizam of Hyderabad. There was lot of conflict over the part of Carnatic between the French and the English. Now, after learning about the first Carnatic War, let us go to second Carnatic War, which took place between 1749 to 1754. In the changed circumstances, ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಅಂತ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಈಗ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಏರಿಯಾ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಿಕ್ ಏರಿಯಾ. French made SYLLABUS Jung, another son of Asaf Jah, as the Nizam of Hyderabad. Now SYLLABUS Jung is the Nizam of Hyderabad. An officer named Bazi was stationed in Hyderabad for his protection by the French. So to give help to Asaf Jah and to give protection, an officer by name Bazi was there in Hyderabad to give protection. He was from the French side. In the Carnatic area, Chandasaheb had become the Nawab with the help of the French. Robert Clive of East India Company attacked Arcot, the capital city of Carnatic, and defeated Chandasaheb. Now, Robert Clive was an intelligent person. He was in East India Company. He attacked Arcot, which was the capital city of Carnatic, and defeated Chandasaheb. Chandsaheb was imprisoned and later killed in the war by the English. In the place of Chandasaheb, the English named Muhammad Ali, the son of Anwaruddin, as the Nawab of Carnatic. Now the Nawabs are going on changing with the changing circumstances. Now Muhammad Ali is the son of Anwaruddin, is the Nawab of Carnatic. The second Carnatic War ended with the Treaty of Pondicherry. It was signed between the French and the English. The French recalled Dupleix. This war brought laurels to English. Honor. Laurels andre honor. Ivar pratishthe ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಯಿತು, ಗೌರವ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಯಿತು. While French suffered a political setback. The Carnatic Wars helped a lot to the English. They had upper hand in the establishing the power in the Carnatic region, and French suffered a lot, suffered a political setback. They could not have their firm foot in the region of Carnatic. They suffered a lot because the English had a upper hand and they became very powerful. Now let us go to third Carnatic War, 1756 to 1763. Count de Lally of the French attempted to besiege Vandivash in 1760. Besiege andre ಮುತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ಅಂತ. To attack a place or surround a place from all the sides. ಮುತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಹಿಂದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಕೋಟೆ ಕೊತ್ತಳಗಳಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ 4 ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ತಮ್ಮ ಆರ್ಮಿನ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಸೀಜ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮುತ್ತಿಗೆ ಹಾಕೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಕೌಂಟ್ ಡಿ ಲ್ಯಾಲಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್, he tried to besiege Vandivash in the year 1760. In this decisive battle, battle of decision ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, Sir Arcot of the English army defeated the French and imprisoned Bazi. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಾಗತ್ತೆ, the effort of the French was a failure. In this battle, Sir Arcot of the English side or the English army defeated the French and imprisoned Bazi. Lally escaped and hid in Pondicherry. So, finding no other way, Lally escaped and he was hidden in the Pondicherry. Finally, Arcot attacked Pondicherry and Lally had to surrender unconditionally in 1761. Unconditionally means without any condition. The condition became very worst. See, Arcot attacked Pondicherry and Lally, he surrendered completely in the year 1761. The French lost all their bases in India. Bases means important places. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು ಆಕ್ಯುಪೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಂದಾಗ. So they lost all their important places in India due to the Carnatic Wars. I told you Carnatic Wars were the very important events in the history because there was a competition between the French and English in establishing their power over the Carnatic regions. In spite of this, as per the Treaty of Paris, it was a treaty in the ಒಪ್ಪಂದ. ಸೋತಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಸೋತೋರು ಗೆದ್ದು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ಒಪ್ಪಂದನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸೈನ್ ಹಾಕ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೀಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಟ್ರೀಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ಯಾರಿಸ್ ವಾಸ್ ಸೈನ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ 1763. ಪಾಂಡಿಚೇರಿ ವಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್. ಆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ, ಟ್ರೀಟಿ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಪಾಂಡಿಚೇರಿ ವಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಟು ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್. With these changes or the developments, the French lost their importance in India. Now, these were the outcomes of the Carnatic Wars, results, what happened after the wars. So, the French lost their importance in India. In this way, the English, by defeating all their rivals, competitors, ಪ್ರತಿಸ್ಪರ್ಧಿಗಳು ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ರೈವಲ್ಸ್, ಅವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸೋಲಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಾಲಿಡೇಟಿಂಗ್ ದೇರ್ ಪವರ್ ಇನ್ ಸದರ್ನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ. ಸೊ ಸೌತ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಫರ್ಮ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಕರ್ನಾಟಿಕ್ ವಾರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದು ಏನಾಯ್ತಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ವರ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫೀಟೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ದೇ ಮೇಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಪವರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಸದರ್ನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ನೌ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ learn about, have some information. Robert Clive, who laid the firm foundation, firm andre stiravada, very strong foundation of the British power in India, had joined the East India Company as a clerk. Nodi, he was an ordinary clerk in East India Company. So he was very intelligent. He played a decisive role and a very important role in the significant role in the Carnatic Wars, particularly in the siege of Arcot. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಆರ್ಕಾಟ್ ಮುತ್ತಿಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾನಲ್ಲ, that was very important incident, and he played a prominent role in the British victory. He was the person who was responsible for bringing success, or he was the person who made the English to have their firm foot in the Indian soil. This is the picture of Robert Clive. He was successful in establishing the British rule over South India and was instrumental in Bengal victory also. Instrumental andre he was the main person, and he was responsible for having victory in Bengal also. Bengal was a very important province because Bengal was the center of all activities, agriculture, commerce, trade and all, and the whoever was ruling Bengal used to get heavy taxes, or there was heavy income from the Bengal. It was a rich province because of the commercial activities. So he was successful. Robert Clive was successful in establishing the British rule over South India, and he brought victory for the English to have their settlement in Bengal also. After the Battle of Plassey in 1757, he gained control over the Nawab of Bengal also, slowly. So next in the next chapter we will learn about the Battle of Plassey and Buxar. So after the Battle of Plassey in the year 1757, Robert Clive gained control over the Nawab of Bengal also. He could win this province also. Clive amassed immense wealth in all these ventures. Ventures andre adventures, are the difficult job. So enen wars ella madda, they are all described as ventures. So he amassed wealth, accumulated wealth, and helped the East India Company to earn more profit. He was the person who was responsible for bringing so much of wealth to the English East India Company. See, he was just an ordinary clerk. He led the army. He played a very dominant role in the Carnatic Wars, and he made the English to have their firm foot in the Indian soil, that too in the southern part of India and Bengal province. Clive returned to England with immense wealth and became a member of parliament. See, look at that. Because of his intelligence was recognized by the England king, and he took immense wealth to England, and he became a member of the parliament in England. With the return of Clive to England, the East India Company started facing losses in its business, because so far Clive was leading the East India Company. He was very intelligent. He amassed wealth, and there was no worry for the English people. Now when he returned to England, East India Company began to face many problems, and there was losses in the business. Even though there were many allegations against Clive. Allegation andre avn mele iddidanta ಏನೇನು ಅವನ ಮೇಲೆ ಚಾರ್ಜಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಏನೇನು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದ, ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಅವನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇತ್ತು, ಅಲಿಗೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇತ್ತು, ತಪ್ಪು ಒಪ್ಪಿಗೆಗಳಿತ್ತು. ಆದರೂ ಸಹ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ರೀಸೆಂಡ್ ಕ್ಲೈವ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿಯಾ to save the company and also save the face of the country. He made some mistakes also. The England government knew this. So there were many allegations on him. So in spite of that also, when British faced the loss in the East India Company, Clive came to India again to save the East India Company and also to save the face of the country. So he again returned to India and took the leadership of the English East India Company. The British won the Battle of Buxar and earned back its respect. After the Battle of Plassey and Buxar, again British became very powerful and whatever respect was lost, again it regained the respect. ಮತ್ತೆ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಕ್ಲೈವ್ ಬಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದು East India Company became very powerful. Clive was successful in securing the Diwani rights for the British over Bengal, Bihar and Odisha regions. Diwani rights andre right to collect the taxes anta. Clive, he became successful in getting the Diwani rights for the British over Bengal, Bihar and Odisha regions. These three regions were very important provinces in India. I told you all these places were the centers of commercial activities which were bringing heavy income or the tax to the government. So the British had an eye on these three provinces. They were big provinces, bigger also. So Bengal, Bihar and Odisha dalli Diwani rights so English kaiಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. Now all the taxes are going into the hands of the British East India Company. This again brought more wealth to Robert Clive and East India and also to East India Company as well. So again so English also became very wealthy and East India Company also became successful in amassing the wealth again. It regained the name and fame and again amassed the wealth. So this is the picture of Dupleix. See, now let us learn about Dupleix. Dupleix was named the Governor General of French regions in India in the year 1742. So ಏನೇನು French occupied regions ಏನಿತ್ತು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ he became the governor in charge in the year 1742. He dreamt of achieving French hegemony over India and entered into treaties with the local kings. Leadership hegemony ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ he dreamt of achieving French hegemony. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಏನು ಆಸೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ನವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ದೇ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಕೇಮ್ ದ ಲೀಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನಿ ಪ್ರಾವಿನ್ಸಸ್. ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ತಲೆ ಎತ್ತಬೇಕು. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಅಮಾಸ್ ದ ವೆಲ್. ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಯುರೋಪಿಯನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಆಸೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಡ್ಯೂಪ್ಲೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಮಹದಾಸೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಂಬಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಹದಾಸೆ ಇತ್ತು ಅವನಿಗೆ. So he entered into treaties with the local kings. Local kings ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಪುಟ್ಟ ರಾಜರು ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಆಳ್ತಿದ್ರು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿ ಇವನು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಶಿಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ, ಒಪ್ಪಂದಗಳಿಗೆ ಸಹಿಗಳನ್ನ ಹಾಕ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಲೋಕಲ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲವೇ ತನ್ನ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Hyder Ali was also trained in the army of locals raised by Dupleix. Hyder Ali ನೀವು ಮೈಸೂರು ಪ್ರಾವಿನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಮುಂದೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ. Hyder Ali was also in the army of the Dupleix ಅಂತ ಹಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿನಲ್ಲಿ there is record. Hyder Ali was trained in the army of Dupleix. The British considered Dupleix as a formidable challenge to them. Formidable ಅಂದ್ರೆ very strong. Here on the one side Robert Clive is there, on the other side of the French there is Dupleix. ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿತ್ತು ಡ್ಯೂಪ್ಲೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜ್ ಆತೆ. ಹಿ ವಾಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಮಿ. ಅವನದೇ ಒಂದು ಸೋತ್ಸೋದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಹೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಶಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್ ಟು ಗೇನ್ ಸೂಪ್ರಮಸಿ ಓವರ್ ದ ಕರ್ನಾಟಿಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಡೆಕ್ಕನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟೋ. ಸದರ್ನ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಈಗ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತು, ಸಿ ಡ್ಯೂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್, ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲೈವ್ ಆನ್ ದ side of English. So they entered into clashes. Why? Means to have supremacy over the Carnatic and Deccan Plateau. They are coming up to south. They wanted to have their supremacy over the provinces in Carnatic and Deccan Plateau. So there were many clashes or rivalry or the battles were fought between the French and the English. Dupleix played an important role in the First Carnatic War in the year 1746. We have already learnt about this. He played a very important role in the First Carnatic War. The rivalry between the French and the British continued till 1754, ಇದು ಹೊಗೆ ಆಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇತ್ತು. ದೇರ್ ವಾಸ್ ಎನಿಮಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್, ಟಫ್ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ದ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷ್. ಲೇಟರ್ ದ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ರೀಕಾಲ್ ಡ್ಯೂಪ್ಲೆ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಪೀಸ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಹೋರಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಫೆಡ್ ಅಪ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ವಾರ್ಸ್. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಸೋ ಮಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯುದ್ಧಕ್ಕೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಪೀಸ್, ಶಾಂತಿ ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ದೇ ನೆವರ್ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಆನ್ ದ ವಾರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಂಟರ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಾಶಸ್ ಅನ್ನೆಸೆಸರಿಲಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಫ್ರೆಂಚ್ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡೂಪ್ಲೆನ ವಾಪಸ್ಸು ಫ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಕರ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. He will go back to France. Thanks for watching our video. I hope you understood the Carnatic Wars well. Please watch, like, share and comment. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. We have started online coaching for all classes, for all subjects. Contact us on the number displayed on the screen.